Hello and welcome back to Coderman's Garage, and today we're going to be talking about the Hyundai Palisade. Shocker, right? So before I jump into this video, I just want to leave a note that I just uploaded a video yesterday on the third row seat issue with the Hyundai. So if you own a Hyundai, and I imagine if you're watching this video, you probably do, go check that video out after this one. It is an important one, but this is also an important update, so let's get into it. Well, we are still dealing with the oil consumption issues, and not a lot of great things to speak of, aside from I essentially fired the old dealership. I'd had enough. Honestly, the last straw was them no longer allowing me to have parts of it covered under warranty. One of those was the oil filter housing, which, believe it or not, a lot of you actually said could potentially be the issue and where the oil was leaking. And they basically said, yeah, we'll fix that. It was like $1,200. And they said, but we'll do you a solid. We'll split it in half. Well, the problem with that is that as part of the engine, it's not a wear item and it's leaking oil. Why am I paying a penny? I did look up to see if I could do it myself, and honestly, it's a couple bolts, wouldn't have been a problem. But I decided, you know what? I'm gonna get a second opinion just to see if maybe I'm on the right track or the wrong track. I went to another dealership, told them everything that was going on, said, hey, this thing's still burning oil, need to figure out what's going on. You know, we're getting close to that 100,000 miles, and I really just need to know, what am I doing with this vehicle? So after about an hour, they came back to me and said, we looked over everything, we found 3 places where there's a problem. One, it's leaking around the kind of like the head gasket area, which, yeah, it has 90,000 miles, so that's a possibility, but it's seeping, it's not like gushing oil. The other is the oil filter housing, shocker. And then the third is the oil pan. And I was like, wait, the oil pan, they already did the oil pan gasket. And why are we back here again? So the guy actually told me, and he showed me some pictures. Look at this amazing job that they did with the oil pan. Like, this gasket was put on by a blind person. It's droopy, it's missing parts, it's just all around just bad. The oil filter housing, 100% covered under warranty. So why are dealerships not on the same page? I don't know. We ended up having the oil filter housing changed, and, one correction. We ended up having the gasket for the oil filter housing changed. Warranty will not cover the metal one. That's not a Hyundai part. It might be in the newer models, but in the 2020, it's not. I was gonna put that on myself, but anyways, free is free. So, okay, we did these things, and now we're basically, let's drive it some more. So we drove it for I think it was actually only 500 miles this time, brought it back in. They said, it's not leaking oil. I was like, okay, that's great. It's still burning oil though, so what's going on here? And bonus, we have a check engine light, which turns out the reason for that is, as you can see here, it is a emissions code for the O2 sensor. Well, what's happening is that the engine is burning way too much oil. It's fouling the O2 sensor. That is not covered under warranty, and that needs to be replaced as well. So once it gets warmer out here in New England, I'll go ahead and replace that because it will not pass inspection, and that's coming up soon, so we'll need to get that done. So in terms of, where we are now, present day, we still have the vehicle, has 91,000 miles, so we've got just under 9,000 left on the, on the warranty. And I'm driving it for what I will call its final 1,000 miles, where they're going to, they did the whole oil analysis, and they said that it was down, but they didn't quite know how much because it went over the 1,000. Because it wasn't planned, right? I didn't know I was doing this whole interval thing again. However, this time around, we're only doing it once, which is huge because last time I think I had to do it 6 times. And it's just, granted, this dealer is closer, but it's still a pain. So it's just a big process. At the end of the day, the last thing here is basically we drive it for the 1,000 miles. I think we have like 700 to go. They will check it, see if it's burning in tolerance, which last check is 1 quart for every 1,000 miles. Anything over that is out of tolerance. Hopefully it's out of tolerance. If it's not, I gotta be honest, as much as I love making these videos, I need a reliable vehicle. This thing goes out of warranty and has the same engine. We're gonna be in a place where I gotta dump it and get something else. I realize this is April 2nd, not April 1st, but this is not a joke. I would probably get another Palisade, and I can't wait to get flamed in the comments, but the reality is it works for our family. The latest ones, 24 and higher, don't have the oil consumption issues that they did, and it seems like right now they're actually pretty proficient, or performant rather, so I think overall it's probably a good choice. I would not get a 2025 simply because I don't like the look of it. It looks too futuristic for what the brand is, and I don't want a hybrid. So no, don't want an EV either, never again. So there's the latest. We still own it. I still don't recommend you buy a 2020 or I think 23 is where it started to get better. You know, your mileage may vary, your dealership may love you or hate you, but at the end of the day, the vehicle itself is good. You know, this is a pretty big issue. You've seen through my videos as well as online with other owners. It burns oil. It can potentially leave you stranded, which is where this whole journey started. The engine actually shut off while I was driving, and it just wasn't good times. So as always, I appreciate you guys checking out these videos. I know you guys are waiting for an update. I do apologize for the delay. Just been dealing with a whole bunch of stuff with work and family and everything. And I couldn't bring the dealer the car as much as they wanted it. I mean, I was on an interval of 6 and they're about 45 minutes away from me each way. They need the vehicle for 2 hours. I mean, I'm burning so much of my time trying to see what the next step is. And when we're done with this 1,000-mile check, like I said, we just determine if we're gonna be able to get, the engine replaced. It seems like I think they'll only do the top end anyways. It's not gonna be a full engine, but that apparently is where it's burning oil. So let's see if that's the case. And yeah, I will give you guys an update once I have it. It will be a lot sooner as we are driving the vehicle more actively. So I would say probably within the next few weeks, I should have another update on what we're doing with this vehicle and if we're keeping it. So as always, I appreciate you guys checking out these videos. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.